name is Jane Morris, and I worked at the Second City in Chicago, and I'm one of the people that founded the Second City ETC in Chicago, which is a stage inside Second City. Second City is over 50 years old, and ETC is now over 30 years old. So when I came to Second City, I was taught the tradition of viola spolin, and I couldn't even tell the difference between when the actors were doing sketch material and when they were doing improv. I was so naive and ignorant. That's the word I'm looking for, ignorant. And I really didn't know what I was watching. And I was told all kinds of things, like that Viola started working with children who worked in factories because they didn't know how to play anymore. And she started doing theater games with children, and she and both her son, Paul, I would credit them with improv as we know it today, I mean, it's the one American art form, jazz, well, not the one, three, jazz, musicals, and improv. I know there's commedia dell'arte and everything, but what we do here and the way we do it is from Viola and from her son Paul. And then it took a great leap, I think, even on the West Coast with Del Close, who came back and kind of shot it into a whole new level of work. But he was synthesizing everything that was going on before. And there are people out there like Jeff Michalski who is doing that now too, and synthesizing all the other things that are together, like Viewpoints and Meisner and Dell, all putting them together and still moving the art form forward. So I'm always fascinated when people say, oh, I could never improvise. It's like, well, are you having a conversation with anybody at any time in your life? Because you're improvising. Improvising is not thinking of funny things to say. It's responding to what's happening in front of you, which is why it's so good for actors. Because the best part of improv, I don't think a lot of people think about the audience as a player, but the audience is a third player, and they are discovering what you're discovering at the same time. So that's why we laugh. Del always said that in the moment between when you talk and I talk, the possibility of response is infinite. And the audience, at least subliminally, is in on that. And that's what makes it funny. When we discover what we're doing all at the same time, it's always surprise. Comedy's just recognition and surprise. There's really nothing more to it than that. Something you know, something you didn't see coming. And improv is constantly that, because there's no script. How's that?
Great. Never say no.